It was a great year at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry. We found some of the most amazing gemstone we call Ocean Picture Stone. And I'd like to show you the whole year in review at the quarry. So here it is. Hope you enjoy. We're back here at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry. First trip of the year that we could actually make it in and make it through the snow, and I am so excited to be here. Today, we're going to be working down at the Dana Blue Pit to see what we can find. So wish us luck, and I hope you enjoy. Now, the main pit has a little bit of water in it that's actually covering up our good stone at the moment. So if to work down in the main pit, we would definitely need to bring the water pump up and pump that out. Easy enough to do. I got some big plans here this year. We're going to work up on the edge a little bit. I might have to build myself a platform to work up on the edge. There's a bunch of great material up there. I want to see if the really good, brown, blue, white material continues over under that little bit of overburden. I think it should. We're going to dig up what we can from the bottom of the pit, and then hopefully, by the time we've done all that, the permits will be in, we can get an excavator up here, and we can remove this hillside. This is our friendly pet chipmunk. He hangs out in the pit all the time. I might have some nuts for you today. But as I was saying, when the permits come in, we do want to remove this whole section, basically this whole hill, but this whole section here down to the main seam level, bring this all back straight out as far as we can, because the seam does come all the way under here, and we're going to dig all of this out with the excavator, make it so that it's not a pit in, that it's just a trench going in, and see if we can get 40 tons of material out of here. And I say 40 tons because, well, that's what a container can hold. I don't think we're going to actually fill a container, but we do have a friend who wants to take a whole lot down to Tucson next year, and he's going to do it in a container. So we're going to try to mine as much as we can so we can take it down and sell it at the great big rock and gem shows down in Tucson. What a beautiful day out there. On the way in, we scared up a couple of herd of elk on the grasslands. Well, one on the grasslands and one way up in the trees. There's the herd of elk up on the hill. And there's a whole herd of elk right beside the quarry as well. This is a second group. Love that sound. The birds out in the grasslands. Well, down to the Dana Blue Pit and see what we can find. And here we are in the Dana Blue Pit. You can see some evidence of Dana Blue kicking around. Like, that's a really nice piece. We'll be taking that today. I know of this rock. This rock here, we split last year, and it's just waiting for us to take it out. It's got a whole lot of really good Dana Blue in it. I'm going to explain this Dana Blue in a little bit, because we have a lot more information on it. There's this piece here, again, that was split off that same rock. We'll take that. But our big job is to figure out how to get more out of the main seam. There's a couple pieces that are easy for us to grab right now. Well, easy. I use the term easy very loosely here. But the majority of it is so far down underneath this capstone that we just cannot remove it. So, part of my job today is start to break up that capstone. Of course, Evan's here helping me today. So's Dana, so's Alex. Tosser! Woohoo! Let's get this on camera. Beauty of this one. Amazing. Oh, blue. Okay, everyone has their own tasks today. Alex will be moving stone. Evan, you are going to check all of these boulders that are all put around the outside edge. We have found 2 or 3 so far that had really nice Dana Blue seams going through it. I want you to look at every one and tell us if you find any more, because they will be easy harvesting. And that's your job today. Dana, we have a lot of debris down here that has pieces of Dana Blue in it. So let's see how much of that we can get today. Some of these big rocks we may have to break down or get Alex to carry them out. I am going to fire up the generator and start busting up that capstone. Now, Evan was also working down below the main seam here last year and got a bunch out of this spot here that was all fractured up. But at the gem show, people loved it because of how blue it was. Because it's a really nice blue. So I might get Evan to work on this spot a little bit too, once he's checked out all the boulders. Now, before I start working on the capstone, I think I'm going to try to bust off this corner here because it's got a really nice chunk in it. Now, if you're not familiar with my quarry here and my stone, this is all known as ocean picture stone. However, this one quarry creates a much bluer stone than the rest of the ocean picture stone, found by my wife Dana, and we call this stuff Dana Blue, just because it's slightly different, well, quite a bit different than the original stone. And I was just told that most of the work out there is waiting on me to get the machine going and break up some stone. So let's just get digging. Let's get that piece off first. Oh, I'm not plugged in. It helps if I plug in the tool before I use it. Now I have drilled 5 holes, 3 along the top, 2 on either side of the bottom. My bottom to crack in, top to crack out, and I will be using my feather and wedges. If you don't know what feather and wedges are, I have lots of videos on my channel where I explain them, show them in use, explain how to use them, everything. I am just going to be using them to bust off this rock today. All right, 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1, 2 on the bottom. Now it's just a case of snug them up. Little bit of pressure, and what I want to do first is put the flaw along the bottom. So I'm going to get these bottom 2 pressurized. You hear a couple cracks happening, getting pressure along the bottom. I hear it cracking, crack, 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 crack. So it's actually separating this rock from that rock, putting a flaw right through the bottom there. I don't want to go too hard because I could actually spall off some of the front. I'd like to get that in one piece. I hear all those cracks happening, so it's definitely freed. I can now go up top and give it a bit of pressure. See if I can crack her down in. You don't have to hit these hard or fast. Gotta let the pressure do its job. Gonna pop. This one's already going down easy. Must be in a bit of a flaw already. Okay, now I just saw a break up the top here, so there's a piece spalling off the top. This top waste rock is like 4 or 5 inches thick. So if I lose some of this top rock right now, it's actually a good thing. But it does mean that the crack is not propagating all the way down the way I'd like it. First spalled piece. We're good still. Another piece spalling. Okay, we got our first crack. It's not coming as one piece. I got a crack coming down here. We did spall off the front, but it's still a big enough piece that we can definitely use it. Let's see what it comes out as. Okay. Get chiseling on that. It's going to be good. Okay, it broke along the seam rather than down at the feather and wedge where I hoped it would. But I still got a really nice chunk coming free, and you can see some indication of how blue it is. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh baby, that is beautiful blue. Wow. Okay, there it is. That rock there is named after that person right there. That is, you know, what is that, $500,000 worth of Dana Blue right there?
Yeah.
In that one piece. Dana runs the web store. She knows these prices better than I do, but yeah, once all that's all cut down,
Whoa, we're not cutting that piece.
Oh, apparently not.
That's pretty gorgeous.
It is. Now, the ocean picture stone up above has these great scenes where you have beach, water, sky. You have the perfect scene of an ocean. The Dana Blue doesn't really have the same scenes going on, but what it does have is this extremely bright, solid blue. Now, I was talking with a couple of experts this last year about this material, and they said that it is the right brightness of blue, that it could be called gem silica if it had a copper component to it. So I took it down to someone with an XRF gun. It does have enough of a copper component, enough of chrysocolla in with the silicate, that this is very close, like 95% of the way there to being called gem silica. And the stuff up above doesn't have the right look for gem silica. This here is a bit different blue than you would see in a gem silica, but pretty much the same. So if we find sections like that that are just solid blue, I think we can call that gem silica. I think we found a seam of gem silica. No, it's not the botryoidal, the bubbliness that you would expect in some, but not all gem silica has that. In this case, it's just a seam. Don't think there's much on this bottom piece. Oh, there's enough. There's a great seam there. Seam of the bright blue with the sky above it. There's cabs for days. Cabs for days in that piece. How's this thing doing? That's solid. Break! 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 I might need another feather and wedge in this. 5 was not enough. Broke it a little one down below. See what it looks like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Clean off the mud. There is gem silica for you. Piece like that, we could probably make 2 cabs out of. Gotta avoid the cracks, but you could probably make 2 cabs out of that. That would sell for $200 a piece. So there is technically kind of a $400 rock after you put some work into it.
A lot of work.
A little bit of work.
This is some hard hammering here.
And even though we branded this stuff as Dana Blue because Dana found it, I think what we should actually be calling this is gem silica, because gem silica sells by the gram, not the pound. It is a very expensive gemstone. Anyhow, we got lots more here that we're going to pop out of here. I think I might need another feather and wedge there, and probably one more there to get this corner off. Now, I'm not quite sure if I want to put the feather and wedge right on the seam and pop it out, or if I want to try to put more along the top edge. It's a little difficult to figure that out without...
Check this out.
Sounds like Evan's got something over there. Anyhow, I will figure out where to put those wedges after I go see what Evan's got. Okay, what you got, kid?
Look at it.
Oh, there's...
That's Dana Blue.
When they were digging this pit originally, they put all the boulders around the side, and we've already found a couple boulders that had the perfect Dana Blue seam through it, but there we go. There's a lot of material right there. That is awesome. Good job, Ev! Dad's for you. 3 more holes, 3 more feather and wedges. That's kind of typical for down here. I end up, you know, sinking a whole lot of feather and wedges into a rock before it actually pops free. Like some of these rocks, look at this, there's a feather and wedge right there that I was never able to pop out. I'll be working up there next, so I'll probably get that out this time, but that was from last year. And kind of typical, I'm doing the same thing now. I didn't have the camera on for that one. The whole mountain just moved. This whole piece just went boop. So I'd say I just loosened up something. Absolutely. Everything's coming. We got it along the bottom edge. Absolutely, it's huge. It's big, it's colossal. It's amazing. Little pry bar. Of course it's not big enough pry bar. Okay. Oh yeah. 2 cabs in that. 2 nice cabs in that one. 2 or 3 in that one. 500 in that one. That is the best Dana Blue. Beautiful. Dana's beautiful. Dana's beautiful. First $1,000 rock. Second $1,000 rock. No, that one's way more than 1,000. There's lots of processing that still has to be done on all of this. Now my next target is my head shadow. Seam goes right through here. Hard to see right now because it's all dusty. I'm gonna try to pop off this capstone that's just on top of it, and then if I can see if I can get this whole chunk off from there. Just a little capstone, should be no problem.
All the work.
Capstone. Ooh, a little bit of the seam too. We'll have to keep that and cut that off. I'm going to start with just 2. I should probably put a third out here and pop just this piece off, but I'm going to start with 2 in case the crack propagates that way and I get more off. I also run the risk with only 2 of them just getting hammered in and nothing happened, but this stuff is pretty hard, so I think it'll actually pop this off. Oh, and I don't have to worry about underneath. When I went to drill the hole underneath, it exposed a crack, a flaw down there. So it should break down to that flaw. I don't have to put a wedge down there. Cracking nicely. Crack. I don't see where it's going. Nice crack. It did go down through here far. There it is right there. So I did actually get a little bit of a bonus out of here. I didn't just get that piece, I'm getting a bit more down below. It's nice when you can let the natural flaws do their thing. Looking good. I think I need the pry bar from here. Let's see what we've got. Going nicely on the blue. Beautiful blue. Little inclusion up there. Let's see what it looks like. It looks good. I just can't show the camera yet. There it is. Dana Blue. Dana ran away after I called her beautiful. I think I scared her. I may have embarrassed her. No, I don't embarrass people, do I?
Yeah, you never.
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 Sometimes my family really regrets having me. It's kind of hilarious when a big crack like that goes. You kind of feel the whole mountain just bounce for a second as it relieves the stress. I got a really nice crack all the way through. A whole lot of that's going to be lifting all at once. I'm not quite sure how much it's going to take to actually get that up, but I'll let you see when I do. I have spent the last hour or so moving overburden and breaking up overburden. The problem with the overburden is this rock here, not the ocean picture stone, but the host rock is kind of soft rock. Soft rock doesn't crack so easily, it kind of mushes. So feather and wedges are very difficult in soft rock. Finally got this one moving, should be able to get it out of there. Then I should be able to get this slab that I've freed up off the bottom. I saw it was moving. It should go pretty easily at this point if I can do it one-handed. Oh yeah, she's loose. Let's see what we get. Pull those out. Cool. Calcite crystals. That's a really neat calcite pocket. Alex, I think we need to keep this. Can you keep this nice and clean and not have it broken up in any way? That's an auction item.
Oh, fun.
Alex does the auctions.
Oh yeah, that is.
Totally. Anything on this one? Oh, there's a seam of blue on the bottom of this one, and a nice one. Nice seam of blue. Not quite the Dana blue. Let's get the water on it. Kind of a baby blue. Still totally worth keeping. A lot of stuff that I don't get on camera is, you know, me sweeping up and shoveling out mud and throwing it away and, you know, taking handfuls and psh, gone. There's a lot of work involved that you don't really see on camera here. Just to get one rock out. This rock here, I've been an hour and a half on so far. I'll get it. I think I have it lifting, but we'll see where it actually finally breaks. Because this slab will actually still be going down underneath all the overburden, it's gonna snap at some point. Hopefully it snaps at the back, not the front. I got a flaw right here and a flaw right there. So hopefully it gets a flaw at the back and we get one nice big piece. It's lifting the back rock too. There she goes. That was the break. What do we have? We have a need of a pry bar. Whole mountain. I got the whole mountain. There it is. Nice. This is more of the fishbowl stuff. Dana blue on one side, moves over to what I call the fishbowl. Lots of dendrites, lots of blue, lots of translucency. Nice piece. Don't lose the feather and wedges. I've lost a lot of these up here. Oh baby. Oh baby. Lots of it. Beauty piece. And I'm not sure about this top piece. Oh yeah, it definitely has seam material in it. Cabs for days on this one because it's big. Let's see what it looks like. Now the seam does pinch off to almost nothing on the one side, but on the other side there's some great seam material there. Beach, waves on the shore, even a sunset with the yellows in the top. Not what I wanted, but I knew it disappeared going up. Still a beautiful piece. Oh, look who's back!
Here I am.
There you are. What you got down there, Dane?
I got that Evan seam.
Evan gave up on his seam and you got it?
Yeah.
You're just trying to break a rock out of it?
Yeah.
What are you up to, Alex?
Trying to see.
Trying to see. Your glasses have sunscreen on them. Nice. And you're breaking up this chunk of Dana blue down here. Just taking off some of the host.
Yeah, if I... Oh, it's so blurry.
Here, I'll get that. There we go. Host is off. Easier rock to carry.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's go look at Evan's rock over here. Ooh, there's something we have to deal with too. So Evan's is over there somewhere. I may have to bring the generator over. Don't tell Evan, but I actually saw this rock last time I was here. I wanted him to see it, so he'd come over here and feel like he had a sense of accomplishment, that he found a nice big rock. There's a lot of feather and wedging to do before we can move that rock. Unfortunately, the generator's a long ways away. Here's the rock that Evan and Alex have been working on for a while here.
Hey!
Oops! Beautiful blue. It's a little bit crumbly, but it's just the most unbelievable translucent blue color. Got another. Let's have a look at put down this one, pick up this one. Okay. Four feather and wedges and the hammer.
Got it.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here you go.
Excellent. Do you want me to do this or do you want to do it?
You got it.
Right down the main seam. Look at that. Good until there. That's okay. Still usable pieces. Let's get the cap off now. Pop. Pop goes the cap. There it is. That is that Gem silica. It's just solid, nothing but blue, almost no banding, just a beautiful blue. I don't even have water on it right now, and you can see how bright blue that is. We'll need a couple more feather and wedges to get this chunk off this piece here. Now, where I was saying those other rocks were like $1,000 rocks, once this one's cut and processed, I should say, I'm thinking this is like $2,000 or $3,000 worth of Dana blue in this rock. Ev, you want to do the honors? Get your shadow out of there and sprayer. Look how thick that is. That's almost 2 inches of solid blue. Gem silica, baby. Dana blue gem silica. Woohoo! Woohoo!
No,
you missed your opportunity. You have the spray bottle, man. Luckily, I was able to drive the quad right to this rock. We'll be able to drive it out of here, no problem. And Evan's got a whole bunch over there for me to load up to.
Put the camera as I fail.
And again, I've done it again. I've overloaded my truck with so much frickin' rock that I can't fit another pebble in here. Well, okay, I know I could, but thousands of pounds. Okay, maybe 500 pounds. But it is the best. It is the Dana blue. It is the nicest stuff. And of course, I will be showing you this stuff cut. I will go home and cut a few pieces and leave it right here. The saws are all cutting. Let's look inside and see what they've got going on. Look at the dendrites in this one. It's like looking out over a lake with a tree in front of it. Tree and bushes. You don't get better than that. That one there is about a 1/4 inch thick. Dana blue. There it is. 1/8 inch thick. Just over 1/8 actually. A slab of Dana blue, or this stuff would definitely be the gem silica. Let's look at it all though. Now this is far from all of it. This is just what I got done the first day cutting here. A whole bunch of the fishbowl, Dana blue. Bunch of slabs of different pieces. This piece here, beautiful chunk. It'll go and get slabbed up. Absolutely amazing piece. Couple of chunks, whole bunch of pieces with dendrites. Let's get the close up on this and really have a good look at what we've got here. I am so happy to be back at the Ocean Picture Stone claim. It is one of my favorite places to be. I love hanging out here. I love doing the work. I love finding the treasures. This is the best. Check out some of the material I got today. Frickin' phenomenal. Plus about 1,500 pounds of other stuff. BC Ocean Picture Stone. Beautifully amazing. Hello everyone, we're here at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry, and I think I just broke a very large, beautiful rock free. It's loose. Now let's see what it looks like. Are you ready for this? 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby. That's BC Ocean Picture Stone at its finest. Ha ha ha! Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am here at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry. It is spring out. Everything is green and lush. And we're here today to get some of that amazing blue gemstone we know as Ocean Picture Stone. So wish me luck. and I hope you enjoy. Now I am actually surprised there's a bit of water left in the pit. It has been hot and dry for weeks now. As I've said before, the ocean picture stone, you know, that amazing blue stuff right there, the seam I'm working is dipping down and going into the mountain. It's getting harder and harder and harder to actually get the premium stone off. Today's job is to remove some of this top seam, which is low quality stone, so I can get down to the really good stuff right there. I'm gonna start up top there using feather and wedges and the hammer drill and see if I can start breaking off chunks along the way. That's the plan. Let's hope I get something good. Now I do see a few fractures on here that I'm going to try to exploit. I see one going right through there, so I'm going to see if I can knock off this block first. One feather and wedge there to open up that crack more, one down here somewhere to try to knock that block off, and, well, keep those fingers crossed. Now today I will be using my feather and wedges to break these blocks of rock off. If you want to know what feather and wedges are, how to use them, all of the ins and outs and everything, I have lots of videos of that on my channel. Go check out my channel, search for feather and wedges, and you're going to see lots of videos. Today I'm not going to explain them, we're just going to use them. Although you might want to know, I did recently find a distributor of the larger versions of the feather and wedges. My old ones were about 6 inches long with about 1/4 inch of wedging power. These things are about 10 inches long and they have about 1/2 inch of wedging power. Bigger's always better, right? Okay, well, we're trying them for the first time today, seeing if the bigger ones are better. I do have these on my website as well as the smaller versions. And I have the first one angled slightly so that it opens up that crack that I see. These two are straight to just hopefully pop off that block. Hopefully this whole chunk here will come off as one. Let's see what happens. Okay, first thing that happened was I popped off this top block. This is a little layer of calcite on the top and it's just popped off. I see something coming. This block here coming along the flaw, but it's also coming out this way. So maybe I'll just pop that off. No, let's keep going with all of them. For the bigger feather and wedges, I might need a bigger hammer. There's a layer of calcite on top. Oh damn! What I thought was a chunk of mid-grade rock coming off here, that's the chunk. I got the top on, I got the crack coming out of here. When I pulled this crack out, it is revealing, let's look at, that this is going to be a piece of premium stock. It has it all. Red, blue, white. Exactly what everyone's looking for. I didn't see the layer of blue going through it because it has this mud all over the surface. But oh my goodness, it's there. This is gonna be a piece. It took some extra persuading, but it's free. I need both hands for this. Setting down the camera. And for all those people who love to tell me I should be wearing gloves all the time, you're right, I should. Baby, it's huge. I hope that blue goes all the way through it. That will be a nice piece. Alrighty, it's not a huge chunk of premium, but it is a big chunk. This corner that's red right here has a layer of blue on top of it that goes all the way around. So that corner is all premium. If I take some of the rest of this stone and knock it off, we have the mid-grade blue up on the top. But at the bottom, we've got the premium. Lick it. Only mid-grade on top. Premium on the bottom. I will have to cut some of that to show you what it looks like though, because I can't show you here. Other than that little chip, it's just not showing. A little bit of premium there too. Let's go get some more. Now the premium is right here. You can see the blue. Okay, that is the blue I'm looking for, premium blue. And I can see more of it right there, nice and thick. It's going in this way, right on top of this big brown inclusion. So this chunk, if I can get them free, will have some nice premium material in it. And I know the combination of dust on the surface and this really bright sun washing everything out, you can't really see the blue here in the pit. You gotta wait till I take it home, wash it off, get it in proper lighting, and then you can see how crazy blue this stuff is. BC Ocean Picture Stone, if you want your own, www.danhurdprospecting.com. Spider! Deathness Arachnus. I hate spiders. And for rock 2, I will be using 4 feather and wedges, 1, 2, 3 here, and 1 down there, trying to propagate that crack along the bottom. I might be asking too much. I might be trying to get too big a pieces out. If I struggle with this, I will try smaller ones next. Ooh, punk! Something just gave. Something gave way. I love it when you build up a whole bunch of stress and it all gives way at once. The whole mountain just bounces a little bit. You can see the crack formed right down perfectly where I wanted it. This guy seems to be stuck in there, so I'm not sure if the crack goes through or comes out away from it. He's tight. But this guy, I heard some cracks propagate. This guy, when I was hammering it, I just heard a great big pop. So I should be able to get this chunk off now. One of the problems using feather and wedges in a layered rock like this is often you'll get this spalling where it goes down a little bit and the pressure knocks a layer off. Now here's a really cool druzy. This is the calcite chalcedony layer. We often call this iceberg. This is the iceberg layer, and it just popped off because these feather and wedges were pushing out so much on that layer, it just spalled off. Well, I had to break it in half to get it out. I just put 2 more feather and wedges in there, knocked it in half. It was too big for me to carry, too big for my saws, too big for everything. So now I've got a manageable size piece. Let's throw some water down that crack, flip it open, and see what it looks like. The big reveal. Here we go. Baby! That is amazing. This is all mid-grade up here. Still nice, really nice patterns. Not quite the bright blue. That is what we're looking for. That bright blue, orange, well, red, blue, white. Can't get better than that. And still lots of great material to come. I think I'm going to rethink my plan here. Bring my feather and wedges out closer to the edge so it's cutting off pieces that are more manageable for me and get some of this premium out. Well, here we go for the next one. So I've put 1 down at the bottom to try to keep the crack going along the bottom so it hopefully won't just spall out the edge. 3 pushing straight out, and this is the one I had in before that got stuck. So it's pushing out this way, but when I hammer on it, it doesn't move at all now. Anyhow, these 3 are the ones that are gonna pop it off. I heard the first crack. Heard another crack. It's cracking. It's a cracking. Crack down and out. So it did spall. It didn't really go, I wanted it to go straight down. It did spall, but I think I still got the perfect piece. Still small enough I get my saw and I can lift. If I had got that whole big chunk, there was no chance I could have even lifted it to my truck, let alone fit it in any of my saws. And here it is, baby. Whoop, there it is. Look at that. Even the mid-grade stuff is starting to turn into a really nice color. But look at the blues on the bottom. I don't even have any water left to throw in it. Woohoo! Another nice piece. And here today I thought I was only taking off the mid-grade overburden. So moving on from that spot for just a second, I want to go down here by the water, not in the water, but by the water, and see how well just the chisel on the rotary hammer here works at getting rid of some of the overburden. This stuff over here is a lot looser than this. This is a very, very hard rock. This is a very weak, crumbly rock. So I want to see if I can just blast away a bit of it with the chisel. Like that. Look at that seam piece. If only I had some water to put on it. Oh, right, I do. Wow. Unfortunately, it's almost noon, and I have a meeting at 1 o'clock with Grizzly Discoveries to talk about our plans for this coming year. So I better get anything more I want real quick. Okay, one more piece. I'm gonna pop off that bottom little ledge right there, then I gotta go. Doesn't look like much. I'm hoping it's blue inside. Okay, 4 feather and wedges in there. Let's see what happens. I know it's white on top. I'm hoping it turns to blue before it spalls out. Whatever this piece shows, it has to be the last of the day for me today. Well, let's see what happens. Oop. That popped already. That's not a good sign. That broke free, so that spalled off the surface. Let's go a little slower on these guys and see if down lower we can get it right down. Yeah, that's already off. They say a trick with these feather and wedges is you tap them a little bit, then leave them a few seconds, and then tap a bit more. Gives the crack time to go down where it's supposed to. I'm not usually worried too much about how I break the pieces, so I usually just push them. And you're not supposed to hit hard, you're supposed to just lots of light taps. Oh, here lots of cracking going on. Unfortunately, it's just white at the top here. I want it to go down to the blue. Please, please go down to the blue. Please, please, please go down to the blue. Piece of crap at the top here. See, there's the white. The white. I knew the white's at the top. Just want down into the blue. Come on, blue. Show me the blue. I'm just seeing white. No. Ooh, 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 whoop. There's the blue. I'm down into the blue. How much of the blue do I get? Okay, I broke it free. Let's splash some water on it. Start with this piece. Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blue, baby. And the moment of truth. Or as Polly would say, the moment of tooth. Ooh, needs more water. Needs more water. And blue. It spalled out of the bottom just as it got to the blue. But look at that color. Nice. Oh, look at that shard. That there. I'm gonna get my buddy Bill to make a tree on that one. Nice big flat, big tree coming off it. He does amazing work. Well, let's take this to the truck, show you my treasures for the day, get packed up, and head down the hill. I am so bad. I've got somewhere to be, but I can't leave this chunk of blue right here. I'm gonna pop it off real quick. I'm pushing it because I'm in a rush. Oh, come on. Break. Hear the popping. And here they come. Amazing. There's 2.5, maybe 3 pounds of premium stone. Really translucent blue. In the bucket. There we go. Another 2 to 3 pounds of premium. That'll get cut right in half and that'll end up being 2 1-pound premium pieces. And that'll be a sub 1 pound. Again, sub 1 pound. Trying to hold the camera. Well, there we go. Camera and tools at the same time didn't work. There's 2 pounds of premium. Again, that'll get cut right in half. There'll be 2 1-pound premium pieces. Lots of chips for the chip bags. And now I really have to go. Don't worry, I will show you all those treasures. While I take a quick break and enjoy the scenery, I think it's time for today's geology lesson of the day. How did such a unique thing as ocean picture stone form, and why is it only in this one spot, nowhere else in the world? Well, ocean picture stone is a hydrothermal quartz vein. Just like any gold-bearing quartz vein, any gold mine that's mining quartz has a hydrothermal quartz vein, and this is the same. Hot waters from deep in the earth, heated by geothermal activity, bubble up through the bedrock, and as they bubble up, they dissolve minerals. Quartz is one of the standard minerals that gets dissolved easily, but so do a lot of metals. As it comes up through the crust to a point in the earth where the pressure and heat is just right, it starts to deposit those minerals. They fall out of solution. Normally, the quartz and calcite fall out separate from the metals, the gold, the silver, the copper. In my case, instead of the metals precipitating out separately, they dissolved into the quartz as the quartz hardened, staining it these crazy colors. Now, why did it happen here and nowhere else in the world? Just a freak of nature. The heat, the temperature, the acidity, everything was just right for those metals to dissolve into the quartz. The metals are copper, cobalt, chromium, and titanium, and they have dissolved into the quartz, staining it this bright blue. There we go. That's today's geology lesson of the day. All loaded up. Now let's get out of here, go down and have my meeting with Grizzly Discoveries, find out what we're doing this year, and then I will take all of these rocks home and show you what I got. It wasn't a big haul today, but boy did I get some good stuff. So after using the larger feather and wedges for the first time, they work great, but I definitely found I need a bigger hammer. Because the wedge is tapered more aggressively, they take just that much more of a hit to set down. The little sledge didn't really do it. I made it work, but I need a bigger sledge. But they worked great. Gotta love spring prospecting. The flowers are amazing.
Two legends, side by side.
Two legends. Raise your drink. Here. Here. Cheers. Cheers.
A good combo right here. Right, Layla? Yeah.
Well, I made it down for my meeting just on time. I had a couple minutes to spare. Grizz has decided that he is interested in my new claim up there, and he's gonna send myself and some field geos up there to do some sampling. And of course, we're gonna make a video of the whole experience and explain everything that a real exploration geologist does when they're out in the field. Check back to my channel in the near future for that video.
I hope you enjoyed my adventure. If you want any of your own stone, check me out, www.danhurdprospecting.com in the shop.
So I have brought a huge chunk of ocean picture stone down to a friend's place here who has a 36-inch saw. Is that 36? I think that's 30. 30 inch. A 30-inch saw that he is going to cut this amazing chunk for me. First thing we're going to do is take off the end. Then we're going to start taking some faces off here. Take some slabs off. And it should be outstanding. I'll show you when we're done. Here we go. Oh, baby.
Ah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Look at the lines on that.
Beautiful piece. I can't wait for the slabs.
Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I have a whole crew here at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry helping me out today. We got Pioneer Polly, we have Kyle from Crux Prospecting, Sibo and Cash from Grizzly Discoveries. We've got everyone here. We're trying to harvest a whole lot of stone today. So wish us luck, and I hope you enjoy. So right now, Kyle is dewatering the pit. Sibo and Cash actually came up on their lunch break. They were working in the area. They said, hey, let's help out. And they're up there breaking off some rock. Polly is being Polly. We're hoping to get a bunch of the upper part of the main seam broken off. And it's all mid-grade material, but we're sending a whole lot of mid-grade material overseas to get processed. So we want a lot of it today. Well, we just got the first big rock. That's probably about a 200-pound rock that just came down the hill, maybe even a bit more. And on the bottom of it, Kyle, want to do the honors? We got blue. Beautiful blue on the bottom. And you can't see it right now. We'll flip the rock over in a second to show you. There was some ultra premium down there.
That is an awesome piece. And you got lots of blue down in the water.
You bet.
When you find blue, it's a good sign that what?
We're on the money. This is the ultra premium material. That's our premium blue down there. But every once in a while we find the absolute perfect red, blue, white with the dark blue. You don't get better than that. And from the bottom, where we got that blue from, Kyle just pulled out the best stuff. There's a $400 rock you have in your hand.
No way.
Yeah.
Tips.
While Kyle does some mucking over there, we moved a lot of overburden down to where we're actually working. He's gonna do some mucking. I see a piece of the mid-grade rock here that has been buried underwater and has a frost fracture going through it, which means I can probably pop that off quite easily and add that to the pile of mid-grade sending overseas. And yet another 200-pound piece of, not premium, this will be all mid-grade, but wow, what a chunk. Do you think you can pry that up with the crowbar so we can have a look at it? That is nice, nice, nice material. We got some great chunks. It's not premium, it's all mid-grade, but it's exactly what we're wanting today to send off overseas. That's premium. That's a chunk of premium within it. Look at how dark blue that is. Beauty. My buddy Chris is the one sending all this overseas. We've worked out a deal for this stone. He's getting it at one heck of a discount, but I get some of the product when he gets it back. It's nicer working when it's wet up here. It's not so hot, dry. You don't not getting dehydrated. You can see the stone way better when it's wet. The downside is everything is muddy. Like, look at those pants. It's disgusting how muddy everything is. But it is nicer working in the mud than in the hot, hot summer heat. Nice piece, Paul. Nice piece.
You can't quite see it fully.
That's the ultra premium blue. You don't get better than that other than the Dana Blues pit.
Do you have a brush so I can clean it?
Probably in my toolkit in the back seat.
I don't want to get it, Kyle.
A brief interlude from the adventure in the field to show you the rock Paul was just holding, all cut up. Paul was working up on the hill shooting his own video. If you want to check that out, you got to check out Paul's channel. I didn't want to interrupt him, so I didn't get any clips of what he was actually recovering up there. He got about 20 pounds of this amazing blue stone. The seam he was working is almost as blue as our Dana Blue pit. Almost. Amazing stuff. As I said, Paul got about 20 pounds of this material. He left me with one 5-pound rock, the one you just saw in the video, and I slabbed it up to show you, my viewers, what Paul was finding. And it is the most beautiful material. And of course, if you want any of this material, it's for sale on my website, www.danhurdprospecting.com. Congratulations, Paul. What an amazing find.
So we have more than enough of the mid-grade now for Chris. There's at least 1,500 pounds of it broken free. I'm gonna see if I can get 1 or 2 pieces of premium out of the bottom. Paulie's getting some amazing premium from up top there, but I'm gonna see if I can get a couple chunks of premium out of the bottom. Using a single feather and wedge on this one here, should be able to pop it out quite easily. Quite easily, except that I'm hit it on an angle. There we go. There we be. Kyle, can you do the honors? Just pull her out of there, see what we got. Yeah, baby.
That is nice.
Big and blue. There's 18 pounds of premium stone. Kyle is attempting to get a big chunk off the wall here. So the first step is to create a flaw at the bottom. So he's put 6 feather and wedges along the bottom. We'll hammer those in and hopefully we cause a crack to form horizontally. Then we can come up top, put more, and break down to that crack, pulling off a big block. It's really hard to see right now, but right there is the ultimate perfect ocean picture stone. And we're hoping to get that chunk off. And there's some other good pieces down below here that broke off at the same time. Let's pull those out. Look at that. Wow. Chips galore. I'll need the wedge in there to get some of these pieces out. Lots of great stone. Lots of great stone. Well, after losing 6 feather and wedges along the back wall, and the rock not budging, we decided to cut our losses and break it in half. We put 2 at the back, drove them down and in, and we thought we were going to lose those 2 as well, but the last hit just made the whole thing make a great big cut pop, and it's loose. A little bit of work with the chisels, and we should be able to pop out a couple of big chunks. Kyle just got a nice one, and amazing, amazing dendrites. I'm gonna get the close-up camera on those dendrites to show you what I'm talking about. And getting the close-up camera on this is a great opportunity for today's geology lesson of the day: manganese dendrites. So those are known as dendrites. They look like fossils or ferns, but what it is manganese, the metal manganese that finds its way into cracks and makes manganese crystals in that pattern in these sheets, and we call them dendrites. There's today's geology lesson of the day. Okay, Kyle's finally got his. It didn't come off as we hoped, but we got something going on. Oh, look at that. Ultra premium stuff. There's 5 pendants in that. Each one of those pendants, you know, $200, $300.
Oh, nice.
Nice material. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for here. This is gonna be a nice piece too.
Oh yeah.
You got a great one there.
Actually, let's see if I can pull that off.
Take the hammer, tap right there, up, serve. There we go. It just split into 2, but that's okay.
On it.
This came here.
Ooh. Actually, that is a nice piece.
That's a beautiful piece.
Squirt, squirt, squirt.
And that is the best piece.
That is a nice one.
That will be my thumbnail right there.
Where'd it go?
Well done, sir. Sweet. Very nice. So Kyle has been more successful than me so far. His seam here has come out beautiful. This is the highest grade ocean picture stone there is, other than the Dana Blue pit. And he's managed to get a whole bunch of it out. Plus, he's exposed that there's lots more there to come. So we're excited about that. Now let's see if I can finish off my dreadful job in the mud, trying to get that rock out. Well, we got some. There we go.
Ooh.
Very nice piece. Look at it all down there. It's beautiful stuff.
Here we go. Ooh.
Big chunk of blue.
Nice.
Big chunk of blue. Lots of little chunks of blue. Apparently I'm bleeding good.
Wow.
It's not that bad actually. Look at that, it's a little cut. It's just bleeding like mad.
Red picture stone.
Well, getting one really big, beautiful chunk off here. We're just about to pull it out of the hole, but I can tell now, 50 pounds of premium. Kyle? There was a natural flaw back there, that's why I broke at that spot. See, it doesn't look like much, but on this side it sure does. Get some of that mud off it? Yeah. It's actually broken up into about 3 different pieces, but they're still all somewhat held together. We'll break them properly and then cut it properly. Beautiful.
That is really nice.
Well, now I got the front gone. I wonder if I can get that back rock off, or if those feather wedges are there till next trip. There she is. We recovered our 7 feather and wedges.
Ooh.
And a huge chunk of premium stone.
Wow.
Beauty.
It looks like ocean picture stone.
It might be.
What would you sell that chunk for? $40.
That is a $2,000 rock.
What would you sell it to me for?
For you, $3,000.
$3,000.
Now this is not the end of the video. this is the end of the day for us, but I'm back here in a week's time with my buddy Chris to collect up all this mid-grade and see what else we can get from that poly seam, of course. Yes, without Paul here to steal it all. So, I am not ending the video right now. Stay tuned for day 2. Well, we have come back to collect Chris's rock. Now, my buddy Chris was supposed to be here today to help load up all this rock, but Chris runs the largest rock and gem supplier in Canada, and it's his show season right now, and unfortunately, even though he thought he'd be able to get away during shows, he can't. So it's up to us to load up all his rocks and take it out to him. I brought the muscles today, my gorgeous wife, Dana. We are gonna do what we can to lift all those rocks. Some of them are too big for us, so we'll probably split them in half to load them in. That's the plan. Let's get at her. Our friendly chipmunk just ran by. Oh, there he is. He's so tame. Anyhow, we have moved about 1,000 pounds of rock out here ready for Chris. Now, Chris is sending this stuff away to be manufactured into items. So, the bigger the rocks that we can grab, the better. Those size rocks are perfect. That is probably not gonna work for Chris. So we're gonna try to find the bigger pieces and grab as many of them as we can. Well, we got about 1,000 pounds. I'd like about 1,500, but that was what was at the bottom of the pit. There are still 2 rocks down there that are just too heavy for Dana and I to lift on our own. So either we're gonna break them in half, load them in, or we're gonna find ones that we can actually manage. Now, off to investigate Paul's new seam. So when Paul was here a few days ago, he found the most amazing blue seam, almost as bright blue as Dana blue up here. He took out, 20 or 30 pounds of beautiful stuff from right through there. We're here today to see if we can find more of it. There's a little tiny piece left right there. We know the vein goes back at that kind of angle. We can see a little bit of it here. It's around. Let's hope we can get in volume, because Paul got all the good stuff. Right now we're only finding in little pieces, but look at the little pieces. Wow. I think that is every bit as good as Dana Blue.
Hey.
Okay, Dana's is better. Sorry, Paul. What you doing, Dane?
Precariously balancing on this ledge and shoveling dirt.
Looking for blue. The feather and wedges have broke a chunk of rock off for us. Hints of blue over here. Let's see what it shows. Let's see. Ooh, big blue, dark blue. We got the black agate that we're always looking for. Blue on top. Beautiful blue line down below. That's a nice rock. Black agate, Dane.
I like that.
Sometimes you can find the black agate on top of the blue. It looks like a midnight ocean scene. We have a very large rock. Free, just stubborn. She doesn't want to come out the last little bit. There we go. Beautiful. That's a big rock.
That was a lot of work.
Anything blue on the backside? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we were getting a little discouraged because we just weren't finding Paul's seam. And then I pulled out another really blue rock. I broke it open to see what was inside, and wow, there still is possibility down there somewhere we can find this blue. Well, as far as Paul's seam down there goes, we didn't find what Paul was pulling out, for sure. We did get some nice rock, some crazy blue, but not the big chunks that Paul had. Too bad. Anyhow, I'm gonna go take this rock to Chris right now and show you what he's got for me.
Well, I forgot to film me taking all of that stone and giving it off to Chris. But when I gave Chris the stone, he gave me these boxes. This is my first load back from Chris's factory made into finished product. The stone I gave Chris will be my second. It'll take about a year for me to get that back. But this stuff here should be amazing once I open it. I'll show you right now. Well, here we are, and I am blown away. This is the first time I've seen these products coming from the factory. First time I've seen what the ocean picture stone is going to look like when it's finished into spheres, palm stones, towers, pendants. I think they call these pencil pendants. Tumbled. I am blown away at the quality here. I am so happy. These are amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Look at these things. It's dusk out here right now. It's kind of, the sun is fading. There's sun off in the distance, but not quite picking up the color I would like. These are beautiful. The dendrites from that healed crack. BC Ocean Picture Stone. Finished products now on our website, www.danhurdprospecting.com. Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I'm back here at the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry. I've given myself one job and one job only today. I want to break off this chunk of mid-grade stone right here and see if there's any premium behind it. I'm not sure how hard that's gonna be, so wish me luck. And I hope you enjoy. With me today, I've got my wife, Dana. She's up there looking at the poly seam to see if we can find any more of that amazing blue Polly found. And Evan, who is just running interference, hopefully finding rocks. Now, the reason I think there might be some good stuff behind that is off to the left, right, your other left, the right, there is some really nice ultra premium stone. Off on the left, up above it, there is a whole lot of ultra premium stone. I want to find out if in between those there still is the ultra premium. It's just being hidden by this big block of, well, I would consider mid-grade stone. So my plan is to fire up the generator, fire up the rotary hammer, the hammer drill, and drill myself about 6 holes across the top here, throw some feather and wedges in, knock off that block. Big block of mid-grade, but let's hope there's some premium behind it. Maybe I need gas.
Well, there we be. 6 holes. Let's fill those with 6 feather and wedges.
So will 6 do it? Or do I need to continue all the way out? For the one that has mushroomed head, I slip and hit sideways. You should never get your tools that you're meant to hammer on, get these mushroomed heads. If you miss with a straight hit and hit on the edge, those little pieces can shoot off like bullets. Now the proper way to use feather and wedges is you go one line, you go whack, 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 and then let it sit for 20 seconds. All that pressure can propagate cracks between them. I tend to push my feather and wedges. I don't wait. I hear cracks. I hear big cracks. Let's hope this whole rock comes off. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure if this comes off all at once with one great big pop, that it doesn't roll down and hit my feet or legs. So I'm just going to plan where my getaway is and make sure that I can step there quickly if it goes. And yes, I can jump right there in half a second. No problem. The crack is forming. Okay, now I move. It's about to go. Oops, let's make sure these cords are out of the way. Okay, I'm out of the way. So just as my rock is about to go, Dana says, "Stop what you're doing! Get up here!" She found more of the Polysemia blue. Beautiful stuff, nice and thick too. Good job, guys. Good job.
So you can see back there too.
Yeah, that's where it came from?
Yeah.
Perfect. It is really hard digging this mud right now because it's just so soaking wet. It's mud. Ew. Having fun?
Yes. Now that we found some color, yes.
Perfect. Back down the hill to my rock. Oh, look at that. The crack went perfect. It's all the way down to the bottom. Don't know where it goes out that side. It's probably why it's not falling off right now, is it probably comes back along one of these flaws, and the rock is kind of pinched at the moment. What I might have to do is get a wedge in that crack, because I can't really hammer anymore. Those are down as far as they'll go. Let's go get a wedge. Let's just use this chisel. We'll find one of the wider spots of the crack that'll fit in nicely, like right there, and hammer it in.
There we go. Now the whole thing's moving. We got it. It's all broken free now. The reason it's not falling is because this crack here goes on a bit of a sort of key shape here. So it's been keyed into this rock, so it won't fall. But there's the crack, flaw across the bottom, big flaw over here. In a second, we'll get to see if it was all worth it. Well, it's all worth it. It has to go. But we'll get to see if there's any premium in there. She's stubborn!
Just like you.
Stubborn, just like me, Dana says. I thought you were the stubborn one. She's loose. Might need the big pry bar. Big pry bar. In the water. And let's have a look. Okay, mid-grade all up top. Nicer mid-grade. Some premium right there. Is that a line of premium? Might be a line of premium. That's a big rock. Almost good stuff. Almost. There's a piece of premium. Ultra premium right there. That's nice. Okay, let's get this wet and have a look. This mid-grade is a beautiful, beautiful mid-grade material. Very, very blue. That's just awesome. But it's not quite the dark blue that we consider premium. Down here, there's a bit of the premium blue, but it's a very thin band. So what I'm guessing is we have to go back and take another slab and hope that thin band gets big. Looks like this rock here is ready to come. I could probably get this rock down with one wedge right on that crack. This whole rock would come. There's a bit of premium in it. There's some nice stuff. A little bit right there, big seam of it right there, nice and blue. But that's just a thin layer on the surface here. Not quite what we're looking for yet. All right, 4 more holes, 4 more feather and wedges. Nice chunk of mid. Another big block of mid. Check out this rock I just pulled. Wow, the perfect brown, blue, white. I will take this one home, cut it, and show you what that thing looks like inside for the end of the video. Plus, the one that Dana found earlier. We're gonna cut both of those on camera, show you what they look like. I got a good one. It's big. There's no safe way to get this down other than gravity.
Hey, look, it didn't end up in the water.
First one. Oh, Evan, got a rock for ya. Now, some of you may have heard on Facebook someone claiming to have found a new ocean picture stone deposit. And I've had a lot of comments saying, Dan, you don't own the only one. Or Dan's lying because he doesn't have the only deposit. Well, let me explain this new deposit a little bit. It's claimed to be on virgin ground. Well, here is my upper pit. The upper pit has had a lot of mid-grade stone, a lot of low-grade, a lot of mid-grade stone, not much premium found up here. My claim border is actually right over here by my truck. It's really close. I think I actually have the peg right here. Here's the claim border, about 20 feet, 30 feet away from the upper pit. Now, the new deposit on virgin ground is actually right there. This is the neighbor's claim. The neighbor actually has from that pin over. This is his claim. And you can see a whole bunch of rocks that were pulled out of the pits right here, were dumped back, 30, 40, 50 years ago on his claim. And he did find a couple pieces of float that had ocean picture stone. That float is rock that has moved from the claim. He did drill a bunch of these big boulders here to see if they had blue, and some of them, or one of them at least, showed it had some blue inside of it. That hole there, I'm not sure if it's down onto bedrock or not, but some of the holes showed some blue. This is the new deposit. This is my deposit. So if you're wondering why I say there is only one ocean picture stone deposit, this isn't necessarily a new deposit. It's either float from my deposit or it's just a continuation of the seam up onto it. It's right here in the same spot. It's not a new deposit, and it's definitely not virgin ground. This stuff has all been worked very hard about 40 years ago. And I really don't want to get involved in any of the drama that sometimes online creates. I'm okay that Dave found a new deposit or new rock or even float from my deposit, whatever it might be. Congratulations, Dave. That's awesome. I love it. Wish you all the best, for sure. Well, the sun is about to set on the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry and set for the season probably. This might be our last trip in here. It is mid-November and it could snow any day. Dana found one or two really nice rocks that we're going to take home and slab up and show you right here. And then I found one or two really nice rocks that we're going to slab up and show you right here. I am back home now in the cutting shop. In the shop here we have 3 big slab saws, 3 small slab saws, 2 water trim saws, and outdoors there's 1 big slab saw. Today we're cutting 2 pieces of poly seam that Dana found yesterday and 2 pieces of the premium material I was getting. In this saw we just finished another slab of the poly seam. This is a rock that Dana picked up last day. We are just slabbing away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. And that's ready to go. In this saw here, we are making slabs. Yes, this saw needs an oil change really soon. Of the premium material I pulled out from up on the hill. Beautiful stuff. I've been cutting all morning, so we already have a bunch already cut. But again, pull him back. This saw here takes 8 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she's ready to go. This one has to be clamped in. Here's another one of the premium pieces that I picked up off the hill. I'll clamp that one in, get her started. That's another piece of Dana's. In here we got just a test rock going. We don't know what's inside of it. This guy here is making cab blanks. These are blanks for making cabochons. And this saw here, again, we were just testing to see what was inside this rock. Yeah, not very good. We'll take that one out and put a nicer rock in there. This one's ready to go. It's another rock. I see blue in it, but I don't know what's inside. So this one, we're just taking the slab off the end to see what's inside and then determine what we want to do from there. This guy's all set up. This one I know is a premium piece of stone. So what I do with a premium like this, I usually cut off 1 pound off the end. There's a 1 pound chunk. I'll sell that as a 1 pound premium. Then I'll have a look at the cut face and decide whether I'm going to do more 1 pound pieces or start slabbing it up. These guys are both ready for slabs. Let's get going. We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes to see what's there. And out here on the big saw, we're pulling a really big slab off this rock. This is, again, the premium material from up on the bank. Stuff I was getting at the end of the day. Above that mid-grade that didn't show anything below it. It'll be nice. All set up. Let's get cutting.
Well, that's about all the fumes I want to suck in for a day. I do have a vacuum system pulling out of each and every machine so that the fumes go away outside. But every time you open a saw, you get a whiff of the oils, and I can only handle so much of that. So everything's cut. We're taking it upstairs to wash off all the mineral oil, and let's have a look at what things look like. Here we are, done a morning of cutting, and we have some amazing rock. We have these great big slabs. They're like 10 inches long. Beautiful scenes, full ocean scenes in every slab. Look at that thing. We have some half slabs. This was the piece that I was cutting that I found on the hill there. That was the first one I put in the saw. Here's Dana's piece. This is the piece Dana got from Polly's seam. The brightest blues. She says this one looks like a whale. And here's another one I got from up on the hill. Another piece of premium. Beautiful ocean scene. This is another chunk from Dana's. Dana found on the seam that Polly found. And then I had a whole bunch of pieces ready for cabs. Cabochons, little gemstones. Look at the dendrites in that one. Ooh, and this one too. Oh yeah, I forgot to show off this piece. Check this out. Nice. Great morning of cutting with some great material. And as always, if you want some of this, you can purchase it from my website, www.danhurdprospector.com. Well, that was a fantastic day. I gave myself one job to do, and I did it, and I did it well. Unfortunately, there was no premium below that mid-grade rock. I found the most amazing and expensive gemstone while breaking this rock open high on the shelf in the Ocean Picture Stone Quarry.
I got a good one. It's big. There's no safe way to get this down other than gravity.
Now is just a case of putting it in the saw, cutting off the end, and seeing what is inside. And here's the end cap. It is perfect. This piece of Ocean Picture Stone isn't only beautiful, it is very expensive. These slabs will be used in lapidary work, jewelry making, displays, or just in someone's rock collection. And yes, this is the most perfect BC Ocean Picture Stone, unique to this site and this site only. That was the most amazing year. We got the most amazing stone, but the good news is this coming year, we have permits coming in. We can bring machines up there to harvest a whole lot more. So wish us luck for the future. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave that thumbs up. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, I hope I earned it today. And a big thanks to everyone, especially my patrons. Hopefully you're all having a great day. And until the next one, bye.